she's dirty. So among some of the things I've talked about in the past, there is one other thing that I really dislike about these Q50s. It's really a problem with most modern cars these days. Actually, it's not necessarily a problem because I know why they do it, but it's something that bugs me. So what is it, you say? Well, let's take a look. I love and appreciate a dark interior. Doesn't really matter the accents. Dark black charcoal interior with silver accents is excellent to me. Perfect. Ideal choice. But what I can't stand is a light colored headliner. And no, for all of you that keep asking me, I have not changed the interior lights out to LEDs, and I don't plan on doing it either. But let's get back to the headliner discussion. Now, my family knows you don't touch the headliner because everyone knows how difficult they are to clean and how easily they attract fingerprints, especially in areas like this where, you know, it's common for people to grab and pull down their sun visors. That, again, is kind of an unspoken rule in my house. You just deal with the sun beaming into your face. You either wear sunglasses or you squint and you hope you don't crash, but don't pull these down. For one thing, I don't like you touching them. Another thing is, the more often that you use them and you pull them down, the weaker they become. And pretty soon, you have sagging, floppy, crappy old sun visors, and I don't like it. Actually, I would prefer that they just didn't even put these in from the manufacturer. It's just gross. Still a huge fan of that steering wheel. Golly, she's good looking. And the seat, too. Anyway, so today I've had a lot of people ask how you clean your headliner, what's the best way, what products do you recommend. Today is a perfect day to tackle this project because, in fact, I have, despite my rules in the household, I have some stains on the headliner back there. And you know what? It's my fault, actually. I did my very, very best to not touch the headliner at all, and I wore gloves and all of that stuff during the whole lowering spring installation process. But there was a point in time where I used my hand, I reached inside, touched the headliner, left some fingerprints back there. You can kind of see them, but I'll show you. But I want to try to clean that up today, and we'll do this together. The real area that I want to address, though, is right here, and this little portion right here. It shows up on camera actually pretty well. When you're sitting in the car, it doesn't look that obvious. So it doesn't, I haven't really been affected by it, but today is as good a day as any, as I said, to try to get rid of this. So let's get to it. One thing you're really going to want during this process, or for this process, is a clean, light colored, preferably white towel. You just don't want any color transfer. So white is the best when working with dirty headliners. And you need a good stain removal product, and actually there's none better than Spray 9 heavy duty cleaner degreaser. In my experience, I've never used this on headliners, but it is super good for carpets, clothes, really countertops or anything. I had a guy one time back when I was in the paints, stains, and chemicals business ask me what product to use to remove blood. Long story. It was an old guy, but it was a very odd question. Anyway, a tree had fallen on his head while he was doing work in the yard, and made himself pass out, and he didn't realize it, but he had blood all over his floor and carpet when he went back into the house. Anyway, this stuff kills everything, even coronavirus. If you take a look here, kills influenza, herpes, of course. Whoa. And there's norovirus. Whoa. Pandemic, 2009, H1N1, influenza. So this must be the stuff they talk about, the disinfectant that you can drink and it kills the coronavirus. I'm just kidding. Don't do it. But Spray 9, really good stuff. It will take stains of any kind out of almost anything. And it comes in a spray bottle. This is a refill bottle, but we go through this like crazy. You can get it at like Ace Hardware, places like that. Works super good. And what I would recommend, though, is don't spray the stain directly from the spray bottle, which is why I'm just going to use this today. I'm not using the spray bottle. I'll just put this on the towel and we'll blot it, and we'll try to remove some of the stains. We'll start with the back portion, then we'll work on that darker stain. So I've just dampened a corner of the towel. It doesn't bother my skin or anything, so I don't know if you're skin sensitive, you might want to wear gloves, but there's no bleaching agent in it or anything as far as I know. It doesn't discolor things, like I said, which is why I really like this product, but it is really strong. So we're going to test her out. We'll blot it with the dampened corner and see what happens. These fingerprints, because they're super obvious, so I'm just going to blot it because headliners are super sensitive, it seems like, to discoloration. Look at that. It doesn't look this bad in person. I also don't like to push very hard because, you know, they're kind of like foam backed and you can almost see indents and everything when you start pushing too hard on them. So it's got a little bit of product. We'll let it sit on it and then we'll wipe it clean. Gosh, it's really not that much contrast when you're looking at it in person. So we obviously know they use light colored headliner material, especially when there's a darker color interior. Your seats and door panels and everything are darker color because they want you to feel like the car is bigger on the inside. It wants you to feel like the car is more spacious, so you're not claustrophobic and you feel, you know, closed in. So that lighter roof, the lighter headliner upper area material makes you feel like it's open. It makes it feel brighter, almost like there's more natural light coming in the vehicle, although there's not. It's no different. But if you were to put a black headliner in there, obviously it would be much more dark in the interior with no lights on. It would feel kind of closed in, but nonetheless, lighter material stains, and you have to be careful of no fingerprints. Thus, the family rule here at Speed Culture Studios: don't touch the headliner, don't touch the sun visors, unless, of course, you're installing lowering springs and you yourself, being an idiot, touches it on your own. You got no one but to blame but yourself. You could potentially dilute it a little bit too before you put it on, just to make sure it's not quite as harsh. But again, we've used this for a long time with no issues. So I did it on a couple small spots, as you saw. There's one part of the headliner that had more fingerprints on it than any other, and I can't believe I didn't see it, but it's kind of hidden by the seat here. This section right here. So I'm going to hit this. I'll show you what it looks like when it's wet, and I can already see in some of the other areas that I've done that it's working, and I'll show you if I can. I'll try to do it so there's a before and after, but you'll be able to tell the difference here. Okay, so I'm gonna hit this here. Again, this is pretty dark. It's showing up pretty well on camera as far as I can tell, but we definitely want to knock that down. I'm not using very much product at all. It's actually just, I've kind of re-wetted kind of this same corner for this whole project. And like I said, it doesn't take a lot. It just kind of refolding the towel over using different parts, and you can see some of the discoloration in the towel. So it's pulling that stain out of the headliner. But, you know, I'm just constantly flipping it over, putting in, you know, a couple of new sections of the corner, just so you're not transferring that dirt to the next portion of the headliner. And then what I do literally is just get it to where it's starting to show that it's a little bit damp. It starts to pull, you know, the moisture from the towel into the headliner, so it gets dark. I let it sit for literally a minute or so, and then I'll take a clean dry area of the towel and just kind of blot it and kind of pull with the grain of the headliner. You'll know what I mean. It's hard to see kind of what direction the threads go in the headliner, but when you start rubbing it with a towel, you can feel going up and down. I can feel it's pulling on the grain, I guess you'd say, of the headliner. But when I go to the side, it's very smooth. So you know that's the direction the grain is moving in. I'm really trying hard not to press too much because just in my experience working with headliners in the past, they can easily get frayed and kind of look fluffy and worn, I guess you'd say, if you rub it too hard. So I'm trying to be careful not to do that. And I'm looking around here at the rest of the headliner. I don't want to show you yet, but I can tell it's working. It's working. There are a bunch of how to clean your headliner videos available online, and there's everything from using hot soapy water all the way up to, you know, industrial steamers and, you know, agitation brushes and all sorts of stuff. And, you know, in some cases where the headliner is in really rough condition, or you'll see some if you do a quick YouTube search where, you know, the person was a longtime smoker in the car and it was super discolored, In that case, you'd need something serious like that. But if you just got a couple of fingerprints from your kids being in the back seat, or you were installing lowering springs or whatever, and you just happen to reach in and grab, grab the underside like I did here, and you get a couple of marks, using a good quality cleaner like this Spray 9, I'm telling you, it works really good. Let's take a look at it. Right, here we go. Boom. Look at that. It's still drying. It's been probably 20 minutes, and I'm just getting impatient waiting. So you can still see a little bit of dampness, kind of damp circles, but look, especially that back corner there. No more marks. This looks much better here in this section. Massive improvement. Again, I'll try to put before and after. So let's go. Major improvement though, guys, so I'm pretty pleased right now. We're gonna hit this visor one more time, maybe 2 more times, and see if we can't eliminate it completely. But I'm definitely happy about the back seat area. That was kind of driving me nuts. I didn't see it often. Again, I don't spend a lot of time in the back seat, obviously, but moving stuff here and there, getting groceries, I'm like, oh damn, I forget about those fingerprints. So I'm happy to have them gone, or at least minimized right now. So there we go. Spray 9, get it. Ace Hardware, places like that. Home Depot and Lowe's don't carry it. They used to. So you got to check at like local hardware stores. You can get it online or ask your hardware store to carry it for you, and usually they'll get it. Well, what do we got? New sponsor. Just kidding. But seriously, I really like the GoPro color combination. That's the best ever. Just need something different. But I didn't have anything cool to put there, so we're going to go with the GoPro sticker for now. Hopefully this was helpful a little bit. I know just kind of a little bit of a different video today, but nonetheless, we're accomplishing things here on the Q50, keeping things going. Some really exciting stuff coming up. Trust me, I know I've been saying it for a little while now, but truly, stick around. Some good stuff coming up in the next month or so. And we're almost at 5,000 subscribers, so you know what? I think we're going to have another giveaway, 5,000 subscriber giveaway, so stick around for that. I think you're going to like it. But again, thank you guys very much for watching and the continued support. We'll see you in the next video.